For centuries, humanity regarded prayer as a purely spiritual bridge to the divine, standard ritual untouched by empirical measurement. Yet inside modern research laboratories, neuroscientists are discovering that silent devotion alters human biology in profound ways. When a person engages in deep, focused prayer, measurable neurological shifts take place immediately, raising a compelling question that science is finally beginning to answer today. High-resolution brain imaging reveals fascinating shifts during moments of intense contemplation. Scans show decreased activity in the parietal lobe, the region responsible for orienting the self in space and time. As this boundary fades, individuals experience a profound sense of unity and deep tranquility, proving that spiritual moments produce physical, observable alterations within our neural pathways that cannot be ignored. Beyond the brain, the cardiovascular system responds dramatically to periods of quiet devotion. Medical studies tracking heart rate variability show that rhythmic prayer calms the autonomic nervous system. The heart rate stabilizes, blood pressure drops, and stress hormones like cortisol decrease rapidly, allowing the body to enter a state of profound physiological restoration and deep, lasting internal equilibrium for everyday life. This phenomenon is not limited to a single tradition or specific demographic group. Researchers studying diverse contemplative practices across the globe consistently observe similar biological markers. Whether sitting in a grand cathedral or walking quietly through nature, the human body seems hardwired to experience physical healing when mind and spirit align in sincere, contemplative devotion. Yet skeptics often question whether these remarkable benefits stem purely from the well-known placebo effect. Does belief simply trick the mind into releasing comforting chemicals, or is there something far deeper occurring within human biology? To answer this, scientists began examining cellular responses, looking directly at the microscopic building blocks of human life under rigorous clinical conditions. What cellular biology revealed surprised even seasoned researchers in the field of immunology. Regular spiritual practice appears to influence gene expression related to inflammation. Chronic stress triggers inflammatory pathways that accelerate disease, but daily moments of prayer counter this process, effectively dampening harmful genetic signals and promoting cellular longevity from deep within the organism. Telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of our chromosomes, offer another fascinating piece of evidence. Fast-paced modern life shortens these cellular markers, accelerating premature aging and disease vulnerability. However, individuals dedicated to consistent spiritual disciplines show slower telomere degradation, suggesting that prayer may act as a shield, preserving cellular youthfulness against relentless daily stress. Consider the story of patient care units where integrative medicine combines medical treatment with spiritual support. Doctors noticed that patients who engaged in regular prayer reported significantly lower levels of pain post-surgery. Their reliance on heavy medications decreased significantly, allowing natural internal healing mechanisms to operate with far greater efficiency during critical recovery phases throughout their stay. But how does abstract faith translate into concrete molecular changes across the human frame? The secret lies in the vagus nerve, a major highway connecting the brain to primary organs. Engaging in earnest prayer stimulates this nerve, triggering the relaxation response which neutralizes toxic adrenaline and restores delicate hormonal balances vital for complete tissue repair and recovery. Mental health professionals are taking notice as anxiety and depression reach unprecedented global levels. Clinical trials demonstrate that integrating spiritual practices into therapy leads to faster recovery times. Prayer provides a psychological anchor, helping individuals process trauma by reframing personal suffering within a larger, meaningful framework of hope, purpose, and transcendent divine care. Loneliness, described by modern doctors as a silent epidemic, devastatingly impacts physical health. Interestingly, prayer fosters an enduring sense of divine companionship that buffers against isolation. Even when physically alone, Individuals who pray regularly show lower levels of stress-induced inflammation, demonstrating how spiritual connection offsets the physiological damage caused by chronic social isolation. Scientists at major universities designed double-blind studies to measure intercessory prayer, where people pray for others from a distance. While results remain widely debated in academic circles, several trials recorded unexpected statistical anomalies in recovery rates, igniting fierce debates about the invisible bonds connecting human consciousness across vast space and time. The debate shifts from simple mechanical causation to the profound nature of human consciousness itself. Materialist science long viewed the brain as a closed machine, but quantum biology hints that non-local phenomena might exist. Could the focused intention of prayer interact with subtle physical fields that current medical instruments are only beginning to detect and fully comprehend? Consider the ancient wisdom embedded within sacred scriptures like the Psalms. Long before modern scanners, ancient writers described how heavy hearts rot the bones while peaceful words bring health to the body. Modern psychoneuroimmunology is simply rediscovering truths that spiritual traditions have preserved and practiced for thousands of years across all human history. Neuroplasticity shows that our brains physically reshape based on repeated thoughts and habits. When we dwell on gratitude, hope, and divine love through daily prayer, neural pathways associated with fear and hostility shrink. The brain literally rewires itself toward peace, altering our automatic emotional reactions to external hardship and sudden daily life trials. Furthermore, sleep quality improves significantly among those who practice evening prayer and quiet reflection. Sleep studies confirm that clearing the mind of worldly worries before rest promotes deeper REM cycles. This enhanced sleep quality accelerates brain detoxification, solidifies memory consolidation, and fortifies the immune system against daily harmful environmental pathogens. Skeptics argue that any quiet meditation yields identical results, rendering religious faith unnecessary. Yet comparative studies reveal a unique dimension. Prayer involving a perceived personal relationship with a loving God yields greater stress reduction and pain tolerance than secular relaxation techniques alone, highlighting the unique healing power of spiritual trust and divine connection. This critical distinction suggests that human physiology responds specifically to relational connection and surrender. When individuals release their burdens to a higher power, the body sheds the exhausting burden of hypervigilance. The brain ceases its constant threat detection, allowing long-suppressed self-repair mechanisms to operate without interruption or any chronic external interference. In oncology wards, researchers observed that cancer patients with strong spiritual lives maintained better vitality during arduous treatments. While faith did not magically replace medical care, it enhanced systemic resilience, reduced treatment side effects, and gave patients the psychological fortitude required to endure complex, painful medical protocols successfully over time. The emerging field of neurotheology continues to bridge the historical divide between faith and reason. Rather than disproving spirituality, scientific tools validate the profound wisdom of spiritual life. We are discovering that our physical bodies were designed to flourish when anchored in daily communion, quiet reflection, and deep transcendent spiritual hope. This scientific validation invites a major shift in how modern society views daily prayer. No longer dismissed as mere wishful thinking or outdated superstition, prayer is increasingly recognized as a vital pillar of holistic wellness, working in harmony with medical science to nurture mind, body, and spirit simultaneously each day. Imagine integrating this ancient practice into your own daily routine, taking moments to step away from noise and chaos. As biological studies show, even a few minutes of focused devotion can lower stress, clear your mind, and unlock a reservoir of inner peace that guards your physical health through life's greatest storms. As science continues to uncover the biological footprints of faith, one truth becomes abundantly clear. Our health is intimately tied to the quiet moments we spend nurturing our spirit. The peace that surpasses understanding is not just a spiritual promise. It is a physical reality written directly into our very human DNA. When we align our daily lives with spiritual truth, healing flows naturally into every dimension of our being. May you find time today to quiet your heart, embrace the restorative power of prayer, and experience the profound wellness designed into your body, walking forward in renewed strength, deep peace, and enduring grace every day.